Okay everyone, hello and welcome. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 24th of September 2020. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Thursday's afternoon session. I do apologize for the kind of weird start. I'm having a few issues here with my computer, but hopefully that can get sorted. But basically, normally we go through the disclaimer here, but unfortunately I cannot get that on the screen. But as always, just a quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to, guys, in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yeah, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So I'll jump quickly into the charts, just to, like I said, to give a quick update on what's happening with some of the instruments that I looked at this morning. So basically, the first one I want to touch on here is the German DAX, and this one is trading slightly in the red today. However, it continues to balance above this key support zone that I talked about, and this one is taken from the that's the low here, the low of Monday, near which is around the 12,505 zone. So. And basically we can see that, yes, so far that's the there we go. So I do apologize, I'm having a few issues with my computer today, so so yeah, apologies for that. But nevertheless, coming back to this chart, the index is still struggling to get below this 12,505 territory. So for now, as long as it's going to staying here in this little area between these two levels, we're gonna remain probably a little bit on the neutral side, but if suddenly it starts dropping below this 12,505 territory, then yes, lower levels could be met. Now jumping into S&P 500 and a quick update here. So yesterday the index sold off heavily here and drifted lower, and but it found support. As you can see, it found support near this 100-day EMA. Now in a way, as long as this upside support, as long as this 100-day EMA continues to provide support, then yes, there is a possibility for this one to rebound. However, looking at the cash index and where the index is currently trading at, we can see that the index is already below this 100-day EMA. It's currently sitting at around 3,216 marks. So basically, somewhere around here. Now the next target that I'm going to be aiming here for will be this 3,200 zone, marked by the low of the 24th of July. But of course, if that fails to provide decent support, and a break of it could open the door towards further declines, and where we could target this 200-day EMA shown as the black line, or we could consider maybe a possible move towards this low of the 9th of July here, which is around the 3,115 territory. But of course, like I said, for now, the main target is this 3,200 level. If that gets broken, then yep, it could open the door towards that 200-day EMA. Quick update on DXY and what's happening here. So this morning I talked about this one, and I was saying that in a way, as long as this downside line remains intact, then there is a good chance for this one to move lower. Now, if like I said, if this downside line does prove itself to be a strong resistance, then we could see this index reversing and moving lower. However, if this downside line gets broken, then of course it increases the chances for a possible move further north. However, we'll keep an eye on this 100-day EMA here, shown as the yellow line. Now, if the price is able to rise above it, then we could consider maybe a bit of a move higher to at least towards the 200-day EMA, and then yep, we'll take it from there. But for now, all eyes are on this downside line. Jumping into gold, quick update here. To be honest, not much is happening. Gold is still at the same spot, and basically it's still hanging around this 100-day EMA here, shown as the green line. As I mentioned this morning, the same idea here remains. Basically, if this 100-day EMA continues to provide support, then we could see this commodity maybe rebounding in here and maybe traveling back towards that psychological 1900 level, which, if provides resistance, could result into in another round of selling here. But again, for now, we're keeping an eye on this 100-day EMA. If this somehow gets broken again, then maybe, just maybe, we'll see a further continuation here to the downside towards the 1818 level right here, marked by the high of the 8th of July. Jumping into Bitcoin Cash, I've looked at this one recently, and basically what I was saying that in a way, yes, there is a chance for this one to move lower. We are still trading here below this downside line taken from the high of the 18th of August. So in a way, the short-term trend is still to the downside, but we cannot really talk about lower levels until we get a strong move here below this 205 zone. And if we get a break below this area and we get a nice daily candle kind of staying below this area, then, well, I mean, then yes, of course, this could open the door towards further declines. But again, for now, the crypto is just flirting with this area, so that's why we're just playing the waiting game. Jumping into AUDUSD, so I've looked at this one recently as well, and basically this one is resting on one of my targets here, the 100-day EMA. It's not really moving anywhere so far, and for now, to be honest, we're keeping an eye on this one, keeping an eye on this EMA, 100-day EMA, because if we see the daily candle, say, staying below this EMA, then, well, it could open the door towards that 200-day EMA for a quick test. But again, for now, we can't really do much, to be honest, because even with the upside, we would prefer to see this one climbing back above this 0.7064 territory in order to go for a bit of a larger correction. And for now, we will class and move back above the 0.7064 level as a correction, because don't forget that from the short-term perspective, we are trading below this downside line right here, taken from the high of the 1st of September. So in a way, any move higher here could still be seen, up until this line, could still be seen as a temporary correction, guys, so be very careful on that one. GBPNZD, so this one is flying high, and I've talked about this one this morning, basically, and this whole week I kept talking about this pair because we were in the beginning of this week we were hanging around here below this downside line, and what I was saying that if this downside line gets broken, then this could open the door towards higher levels, especially if the rate climbs above this 1.9385 zone. As you can see, we had a nice pop here, and now, I mean, it continues to move higher above this 21-day EMA. So my next target, as I mentioned before, is this 1.9645 territory. So let's see if we can reach that area, because that area also coincides with the 100-day EMA, and it marks the low of here of the 6th of August. Now, euro against the Turkish lira. I mentioned this one a few times this week, and basically I was telling you guys to keep a close eye on that psychological 9 territory, which, if provides good resistance, could result in the pair sliding, and you can see today we had an attempt to overcome that area. It failed, and instead that pair reversed sharply to the downside and drifted towards this area right here, towards this hurdle, here, marked by the low of the 17th of September, guys. So you can see that previously I said to you guys that to keep an eye on this area, keep an eye on this level, because we need to see a drop below this level here in order to aim for lower levels. For now, we just got a perfect hit of that area. Let's see if we can break this, if it can break below this. If it can, then yes, we'll aim for further declines, because at the same time the rate would be placed below this 21-day EMA here, shown as the yellow line. And finally, EURUSD. So the pair is also drifting lower. So far, everything's working according to the plan. The pair is moving towards that 1.1570 territory that I mentioned before. So in a way, for now, to be honest, not much we can say here is that so far, like I said, yeah, everything's working according to the plan, which I've mentioned that where I've mentioned that if we get a drop below this 1.1753 territory, then yes, further declines here could be possible. And so far, everything is working out here nicely for the bears. Unfortunately, the bulls are suffering here, and if you're trying to catch this one and drive this one higher, at the moment I would probably suggest that it's a little bit it could be a little bit tricky for me here to aim for some higher levels. I would need to see this little short-term tentative downside resistance line taken from the high of the 1st of September getting broken first, and then yep, we could aim for some higher levels, but at the moment it's a little bit on the tricky side, so be very careful here, guys, with those buys. So guys, it's a quick review. Hopefully you found it useful. I'll pick up on some of these instruments tomorrow morning. I'll expand a little bit on those. So yep, I hope you found this video useful. If you want to, like I said, catch my video tomorrow morning, as always, my Traders Espresso, 6 o'clock GMT time. But for now, guys, I hope you have a wonderful trading evening, if you're still trading, of course, and of course, just in general, have a wonderful evening. Stay safe. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.